Everybody, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for tuning back in. It's been a little bit of a while. We haven't had much content going out the door. We've been so busy doing other stuff, which I'll update you on in a little while. But we are here. We're in our new unit, which I don't think you guys have seen yet. We're in this one temporarily until we find a larger space. The boys are outside now. It's a Friday today, so they're outside giving one of the vans a little wash. We are basically just doing some paperwork in here. If I had to plan ways of cocking my week up, I'll demonstrate this column here, right? There's a station it's got to go into next week, which we're dropping, well, supposed to be dropping it into. Because we've got to bolt one of these cameras onto it. It's a car part which needs ANPR. Well within our scope, we can easily do it, right? But I had to have these signs made up. How many of you can spot the mistake? I had them made up. Had them made up, and I was like, you know what? Great, perfect, done. And then I unwrapped it when I got it delivered, and I saw the spelling mistake, and I was like, you're joking. So that can't happen next week. I wouldn't mind. I checked it like 3 times on the portal before I paid for it. I checked it again. That's why you should always get people to double check what you do. You like the damage on the cherry picker? It's a nice little bit of body damage there, isn't it? Well, Jay blames that squarely on you, actually. You blame it. You blame it on Jay. Jay's blaming it on you. I've got to sort that out at some point. Had columns booked in all next week, which was swapping, and the transit, the Hiab down there, blew one of its hoses yesterday. In fact, I'll show you. No. Yeah, the boys were out in this one the other day. They were pulling a column out, and to be fair, it's the first time we've ever had hoses. You see diggers and dump trucks and stuff, they blow hydraulic hoses all the time. It just happens. First time on this one, it's blew a hose. They were pulling a column out, and I think they were pulling quite hard, I think. And I don't know, it's blown a seal or something, because it's just pissing oil out. In fact, yeah, it's just pissing oil out. So they've blown a seal on it somewhere, so that cocks my week up, because this was supposed to be in use all next week doing columns, but hey ho. So yeah, this is pretty much my home now. This is where I spend most of my time working. I used to be out on site, like in my earlier content. I've hurt my elbow. I hit it really hard. I was in the cherry picker the other day, and I just did that when you're working. I did that and I caught it on a sharp edge, and ever since I've done it, I can't put my elbow on the table anymore. Don't know what's happened. I'm trying to spend as much time office based as I can. So I'm trying to work on the business rather than in the bit, if that makes sense. I'm trying to work on it rather than in it. A lot has changed, and we spend most of our time now probably out on highways and rail. Those are the 2 places we spend most of our time working. We do a lot of them, bus lane cameras. So they'll do like, you probably see, if you look up on most columns at yellow boxes, you'll see those. We fit a lot of those. There's various other things we're trying to get into on highways, but it's a slow journey. It's like little baby steps to get where you want to be. So you can't rush it. It's very, very slow baby steps, but it's working well. I did have a question on Instagram, which it was a while ago it came in, and I think people mistake those for ULEZ cameras. They're not. We don't do ULEZ. It did come up in conversation amongst all of us, and we sort of decided that it's not something we want to do just purely because we disagree with it. So didn't end up doing it. We had a question come in on Instagram, and it was basically, I'll try and find it and I'll put it on the screen now.
Error. Comment not found.
And it was basically saying these things are just as bad as ULEZ. I absolutely refute that claim, and I will demonstrate on the board why those are actually really good. So I am improvising with the use of a red pen, predominantly because I don't have a yellow marker. So fuck, I should have been an artist, you know? No need being an electrician, is there? So I do agree that there is a lot of enforcement going on at the moment, and there's ULEZ and there's paper mile, which is coming in, by the way. Yeah, and there's traffic cameras, bus lane cameras. There is a lot of it, but some of it does serve a very valid purpose. And yellow box cameras, I'm 100% in favour of. This is the reason why. So if you've got a junction like this, it used to be back in the day that you had just manually timed traffic lights. So when they put all the traffic lights in, that one there would stay on for say 30 seconds, and because somebody would stand there and they would just work out at peak times how busy it was, and they would just manually set the traffic lights. Nowadays it's all digital, it's all automatic, and it works. They're smart traffic lights. So what will happen is these are all linked to each other. These 4 lights here are all linked, and when it's relatively quiet, what will happen is they will just work on a priority basis, but one sees traffic coming, it'll just change to green, but it'll talk to the other 3. So when it starts getting a bit busier, this is the interesting bit. What happens is, let's say you've got 2 cars there. We're going to use squares as cars, right? This traffic light will say, okay, well, we know there's 2 cars here, and it will say to the others, how busy are you? And this one, oh, I've only got 1 car here, so I can stay on red for a little bit, and he'll be like, oh, okay, I'll turn to green, but they will actively talk to each other and keep sharing that data and information. Now, this works very well on a whiteboard. The problem is, if the traffic starts backing up here, because let's say there's a pedestrian crossing or so, or whatever, and traffic starts backing up, right? You've got traffic coming this way, okay? Now let's say let's say they want to turn right, okay? And he's in a BMW or an Audi, traditionally, right? And this system works really, really well until someone stops on the yellow box. And then the whole thing just turns to shit. Because what happens is these traffic lights turn around and say, this one's green, it can't understand why the traffic isn't moving. It doesn't make any sense. So it'll just say to the others, well, I'm green and they're not moving, so I'm just going to turn back to red. And then this traffic here can't move anywhere. This traffic here can't move anywhere, and the whole thing just grinds to a halt. And in busy cities, that causes absolute carnage. So yellow box cameras, I am 100% in favour of. You ever seen inside a Milwaukee battery? One of the 12 volt batteries. Jack's just broken one of his. They're not actually that impressive. It's just 3 18650 cells with a tiny little chipboard on top of it. That's literally all it is. There's nothing much. It's quite unimpressive actually when you take it out. That's all it is. So a couple of people have... Sorry, Charlie, you might get Cock of the Week award. Does everybody even know about that? We have the coveted Cock of the Week award, which we issue every week, but Jack Street out there has done such a good job of winning it. We've given it to him for the next 12 months. So yeah, the plan moving forwards. Now, we have had a large break, but the idea is we're going to resume. I would like to try to do weekly content. It might be weekly, it might be fortnightly, but that's a plan. It's going to be one or the other. The reason for that is because we've got another project in the background, which we're starting now, actually, or round about now, which is going to be released on YouTube at some point later. But that's a different, that's quite a cool project we've come up with. But we're going to do, I think it'll probably end up being every fortnight we're going to release content, because that will give us time to do this other project, which we've got in mind. So yeah, at best every week, realistically every fortnight. All right, so we're on the next day now. So we're just doing a bit of traffic camera work at the moment.
Meanwhile.
One pointing that way. Are we going to need these ones?
Ah, all right, cool. We're going to see what Charlie knows. He's seen us do this often enough, so let's see if he can actually remember how to lay this out correctly. Isn't that right, Charlie?
Sorry, what was that?
You got all the signage. Let's see if you can lay it out correctly. No pressure, Charlie. We've done this in our toolbox talks. You should know how to do this. Go on, you've got it. I can feel it. I can feel it.
Nice little. I think that looks amazing.
How are you feeling, Charlie?
Quite confident.
You're confident? All right. You're in charge, Charlie. You got to do it the way you think's right.
What I think's right.
What do you think, Tom?
He's two. He's doing it on the wrong end of the vehicle.
See, now, if I was a car,
Yeah.
I would accept that.
You'd accept that if you were a car, if you were a brum brum. All right, so tell me this. So you're happy with that, yeah?
I believe so, yeah.
You believe so? All right, that's excellent. I give you 10 out of 10 for effort.
Or 1 out of 10 for performance.
All right, so this Lexus coming here. What's the problem?
There's no cones like that.
Oh, because you put it on the wrong side. It's supposed to be over there. So yeah, we'd have put some here.
But these cones are meant to be in front.
But we haven't put anything at the front up there.
Right.
So.
Okay. Trial and error.
Exactly, that's the attitude, trial and error. To be fair, it was a little bit hot this morning to be wearing a fleece. This is brilliant practice, Charlie, to be fair.
No. 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 There's got to be one way of it. No, there's a way, but you're not. Yeah.
Okay.
Can I do it quickly and then come back? Wait.
Actually, give him an example.
I think I know. Hang
on, he might know. Hang on.
How I would say. Like this. No. And then like a backpack.
No. No. Yeah. Jail demo it.
Oh, so I don't need to. I feel like an idiot.
Yeah. To be fair, it took me about half an hour to figure it out the first time. I'll have you know that harness is in date, tested. Our cherry picker is loaded. Can all get fucked.
He's done it wrong anyway. It's alright, I'll get it, Jay.
Okay, Charlie, here we go. Do you know that hard hats, I learned that with Tony Hennessy the other day when we were at Southend Central. Hard hats have an expiration date.
I've been saying this.
I genuinely didn't know it.
I've been saying this for the longest time and you all laughed at me.
Yeah, so this one is it, what did he say? Is it 2 years from the date?
I don't know, but we all bought these like last year.
Yeah, so this is September 23. So this apparently is good for 2 years. Or so. I can't remember. I think he said 2 years. Or maybe it's 12 months. I can't remember. But yeah, there's an expiry date on hard hats. I didn't know that. How's it going, Charlie? God, it's hot in this. Okay, you're looking... Tighten it up, that's it. There or thereabouts.
Somewhat.
No, you got steels on, good.
This is what Charlie's got for lunch. He's got some sort of like dog food.
Christ, Charlie, is that your mum's cooking?
And bagels. It's my dad's cooking.
Oh, God. Yeah.
Oh, too.
Oh, perfect, yeah, all right. We have to be seen that we're caring for the Apprentice, by the way. I mean,
we love the Apprentice. That's a bit of an overstatement.
Well, to be fair, it is true. We do like him, yeah. Okay, an easier way to do that, because you got them on the wrong way round. So if you swap them around that way, like so, then you can just adjust them. I'm not going to go right there, but you can base it. Yeah.
You sure you don't want to?
No. I'm right. That's it. Push them through, then twist them round. That's it. Just turn it around the other way. That's it, and then put it back. And that way you can pull them. That's it.
Right.
And then take these little black things and just push them all the way down so you haven't got these two things flapping between your legs. That's it.
I don't think I can reach that far.
Twat. That'll do. It just stops them so they're not dangling here in the middle. Just gets them out of the way.
Okay.
Hey, Hamid. That was our alignment engineer waiting for us. Right, okay, Charlie, you've got hex keys, yeah? To be fair, your best bet is take this, because that's got everything in it that you're going to want. Yeah, that's literally all you're going to need. So, I would take that, pop that on there.
Thank you.
Okay.
Feeling great. Excited.
Have you done this before?
I have, but I can't remember if it was on the other one because it looks slightly different to. Yeah?
Yeah,
put your headphones in. Tom will send you a number for it.
Yeah, I'll WhatsApp you a number.
Have you given him the tools to give him?
Yeah, he's got them. Charlie, let's have a look. Charlie. A bit of traffic camera work at the moment, so Charlie's got his, we're actually on alignments today, so what the council have started doing in these low traffic neighbourhoods, they've started putting these flower pots, these big flower beds in the middle of the road, and you'll see around the corner there's more of them, but the idea is they basically block the road with flower beds and they put a restriction there, and then they put a camera which basically protects the entrance, and unless you live here and you've got a permit, you basically get a ticket. So we've got 2 to do today. We've got this one to align up, and then we've got one around the corner we've got to align as well. Straightforward enough. We just ring the office that these cameras belong to, and their engineers sit to the computer, and they basically tell you move the camera up, left, right, down, whatever, which is what Charlie's doing now. Cameraman's got a death wish. Cameraman's asking, what's Charlie's performance like? We'll find out now.
What about my performance, Tom?
Your performance is perfect, mate. Your performance is, mate, you're the only person I have to worry about.
You hear that? See?
Charlie's been here about a year now. A year? Just over a year? Yeah, he's all right.
He changed so much.
He has moments, but he's all right.
Since Christmas. Ooh.
Yeah, I must admit, since Christmas, he's turned into a zesty little motherfucker. But
He is, to be fair.
he is good. He's all right. I can't say too much because he'll just start blowing his own trumpet.
If he's in a good mood,
He does all right.
You have a good you have a good day with him, but sometimes you're just like
Go away. Yeah. Overall, he's all right. Oh, it's rock and roll.
That wasn't too bad, wasn't it? You do your customer relations.
Customer relations, yeah.
Like you do my customer relations.
Right, so they're just offloading some timber. So once they've done their bit, we can get set up. I just got to wait for them to move. Hey, Harmit.
Mate, you alright?
Yeah, all good, all good. I'm literally.
For the next time.
Yeah, I'm literally. Sorry, yeah, we're literally going up now. So give me 5 minutes, and we'll be back on the phone. So you're just setting up our cones now.
Cool. Alright, mate.
While Charlie's getting on with it, so this is, you can actually see it better here. So this is what they're doing. So they're introducing, I think this is part of the low traffic neighborhood. So they've just put these planters here, and I'm guessing what's going to happen is they're going to block, or they might not block, some of them they block the whole road, but this one they're not. But you can see where the bin bag, they've put these 2 new signs up, and they've got these bin bags. The bin bag is actually broke, but you can see the idea is it's just, there's no access to motorbikes or cars. They're stopping it completely, so this won't be a through fare anymore. I think the idea is to make it low traffic, but the downside of that is that it just pushes all the traffic out onto the main road, and then you end up sitting there for an hour. So you just move it, all you're doing is just moving congestion somewhere else. I don't know. Yeah, can't say, but it's a long way. 50 meters from the camera to here. That's a long old way. I don't know if they'll be able to zoom in enough. We'll see. Are you ready, Charlie? This is your moment on air. Got big shoulders, you're so manly. Fucking hell, they're quite sculpted actually.
Thank you.
Lead the way.
With a hood up or down?
Well, it depends how gangster you want to look.
I need to look sophisticated.
I mean, your trim looks a bit dead, mate, I won't lie.
I just got out
Do you
of
think
bed.
his trim looks dead?
I just got out of bed.
Well, I know that because your traffic management earlier wasn't very good. It was like you were half asleep, mate.
But
What do you think of his trim? Decent trim?
I think it looks alright.
Well, you do. That's all that matters, mate. That's all that matters.
Our traffic management was good.
Good's a strong word, mate. I'm not sure.
Okay.
It was
acceptable.
It was acceptable, yeah. You had it on the wrong side of the van, but it was all right, yeah.
You got the gist of it.
You got the gist of it. You got the gist of it.
The gist of it.
Yeah, it was all right. Yeah, so we go out and we do those weekly now. Every week we're out doing those, doing some sort of install, maintenance, repair. Vandalism's a common one. Right, I'm going to sit here. I'm going to fill out this survey for this company. I'm going to fill this survey out, and then we're going to go down to Fix. You're not coming with us. You're going home, and I will catch up with. Next shot you see will be us down at Fix. Because I haven't done this for so long, I can't remember who knows what, but we do Fix Radio, the radio show that we do, and it's down in Vox Studios, down in Vauxhall. And it's a nice little place, actually. It's like it's a building here that they rent out. But I'll take you upstairs and I'll show you the studio that we do all the recording in. It's quite cool. I just want to show you some of what we do that doesn't normally go out in content. And this is one of the things that we do. So yeah, this is it. So the idea is, I mean, it's a cool little setup, and I've been doing this now for Fix for a couple of years now. 3. How long have I been doing this now, Mark? 3 years? 5, almost 5 years. Jesus. All right, it adds up quick. Yeah, almost 5 years. God, a fair while. Okay, yeah. But it's changed a lot in the time that we've been doing it. And this is a pretty good setup now, because obviously people listen to it and then they can just write in with topics they want us to discuss. Yeah, much like any other radio station, just that you tell us the topics you talk about and we talk about them. So yeah, this is it. Paul isn't actually in today. Paul Mina's normally he's normally sat here and I'm sat there, but he's off today. He had to go to hospital for something. So yeah. I'm Thomas Nagy, here on The Electrical Show, continuing our discussion about the best and worst of the trade. Normally they're a bit more planned, but Paul isn't here today, so this is just like an ad-lib show where we just literally I have a crib sheet and I just do it off the cuff, which I don't mind doing. Sometimes some of those shows, we've done them before where we haven't planned them at all, and actually they're fantastic shows. But this one is just it's a pure ad-lib one, but it's all right. But yeah, it's a shame Paul isn't here because you get to see him today. Would you ever rehire someone that left your business? That is a juicy question. We're going to leave you with Ed Sheeran and Sing. Whew. Fix Radio. So this is one of the things that you don't see that we often do. We do this every week. You can tune into it Thursdays at 3 o'clock. I'm about 99% sure Thursdays at 3 o'clock. And download the Fix Radio app, because it does. You get all the. What happens is, like when we've got Paul and a guest in here, sometimes there's stuff that we'll talk about which doesn't reach the air because either it took too long or it was not radio friendly. So it all goes into a podcast. So if you download the Fix Radio app, you can listen to this through the podcast, and then you can just listen to it as you drive along or something. But you'll hear stuff in that which you don't get on the air. So kind of worth doing it for that, really. This gives you a little idea of what we do every week here. So this is just some of the stuff that goes on behind the scenes that people generally don't see. Otherwise, that's it. I've got to get going because I've got to go back to the office. We've got, there's plenty of stuff that will get booked in for the boys for the rest of the week. So I'm going to love you and leave you. And we shall get another video out to you, all being well, hopefully next week. If not, it'll be the week after. Take care. And that's basically what we do. Where's my fucking merch? Got our producer on.